Hello, this is Kai, and welcome to Our Daily Magic. I am doing a choose a card, so please feel free to choose which card here that you are drawn to for a message for the week ahead. We have card number 1, which has a beautiful piece of citrine here. Card number 2, which has a nice piece of labradorite. And then card number 3, which has a piece of rainbow calcite here. Okay, and just keep your card in mind, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with card number 1 for those of you who chose it, and reveal the message here for you. Excellent. So we will start with these. Okay, perfect. So we've got our badass unicorn tarot cards here, and it's talking about so far about taking risks. This is saying that, like, perhaps there are some risks that you're taking or some that you're meaning to take, and it's like this is an opportunity to really understand what your strengths are so that you can play to them and that you're not just taking risks recklessly. Okay, based on the Two of Cups that you have here, this is also saying that you could use some support, and apparently there is some support that's available to you. So if you are, if you would like to get out there, and finally put your projects out there, thinking about who it is that you can partner with is something that, that could come to mind, or if you're thinking, if you already have some partners in mind, what can you do to clean up those relationships to make them more efficient so that, everyone is doing the things that makes them happy, that they're great at, etc. Here are the oracle messages associated with this. One of them is to clear your space, to get rid of clutter and clear the energy around you. If you practice feng shui, it's a good time to, really look into that. But again, this is also, clutter can happen mentally. Clutter can happen in our relationships. Are we holding on to too many relationships that we don't need? Are there some messy things that we don't want to talk about, that we can really clean up in terms of our intentions? Your next oracle message is to express your creativity. It says delight in the mystery of your inner muse. So, again, if there's something that you're looking to put out into the world, really dive deep, because this card is your self-care card. This is letting us know that it is your soul's wanting at this moment to really just get yourself out there, to really express yourself, whatever it is. And also the oracle message that was waiting underneath there is about health. It says, allow me, divine, to be tender and accepting of my body, no matter what ailments I have. May I always know it's doing the best that it can. Help me be a loving ally and friend to this sacred form. Just a reminder that self-care plays such an important part in all of this, especially if we're expressing ourselves. We want to make sure that we're the best expression of ourselves. Okay, so we want to take care of this beautiful vessel that we have been gifted in this lifetime and use it wisely. Again, just back to the initial message, that we don't want to be reckless with it. If we're, doing things differently, if we're taking new steps in our path, and making some really big jumps and leaps, we want to make sure that we've got a firm foundation from which to do that, and that includes our body. Excellent. Okay, so for those of you who chose number 2 over here with the labradorite, let's reveal what those messages are for you. Okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So we've got 3 cards here: Temperance, Ace of Swords in reverse, and 3 of Cups. This is saying that maybe, there are maybe you've been doing some celebrating with friends, and now it's time to really come back and bring things into moderation and really think about where it is that you want to be. Especially since, there are some things maybe that, that require you to be in your truth. That require you to, to really look at your situation and understand that it is a time to come back into moderation. Maybe you're like, nah, I want to party a little bit more. But maybe there are some things that that can really help you understand, what that next step for you looks like on your journey. Okay. So your oracle messages here speak to patience. It says, if you've ever tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this be for now. Help me relax and trust every need will be met. Often change soon follows. But this is about having patience with yourself. Okay? This Temperance in Reverse card often occurs, when we need to have more patience with ourselves. Or when we, again, need to come back into balance, back into moderation, back into our routine, back into our self-care. Okay? Those, celebrating is definitely a luxurious form of excess. And then, bringing things back into the daily practice of, working steadily on our goals, on being patient, on, treating ourselves kindly, on, this card here, the Three of Cups, is a card about community, about using our friends. The friends always ask us, do we need assistance? If this is a time where you do, then it's a good time to call them in. Your next oracle message says, ask for help. It says, receiving is an act of generosity. So if there are situations where you need, that favor, please feel free to just reach out and ask. This is a sign. And your final oracle message here says gentleness. This is Archangel Sandalphon. It says, be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. Okay? So this is, again, a message for you for the week ahead. Thank you so, so much. This is for pile number 2. Excellent. And we're going to move into pile number 3. Perfect. Okay. What we have here is the Seven of Wands, Three of Swords, and Page of Swords. Okay, this is talking about, it's talking about maybe how we can sometimes feel a bit overwhelmed. What this is suggesting is that maybe this overwhelm is coming from a painful situation, either presently or from the past, where this is the perfect time to, really assess what lessons we can derive from the experiences that we're going through, and how we can channel our energy. Sometimes we have so much energy and it's channeled into worry. Sometimes we have so much energy and it's channeled into busy work. This is a great time to just, really reflect on where do you want your energy to go so that it can serve you. Okay, your oracle card here is friendship. It says, call a friend. When you're mirrored with love, you see yourself clearly. Very similarly, when we go through painful things, it's the perfect time to call in our friends that can help us through. Also, it says feelings. Emotions want to be felt. You really can't surrender something until you deeply feel it. Allow me, Divine, to offer all emotions to you, feeling them fully so they no longer hold me captive. That includes pain. The only way to get through it is allow it to be felt through you. And then again, Your Archangel Oracle card says outdoors. It says go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas.